Wine gives us an immediate connection to the earth. It brings you back, it gets your feet back in the soil.
In the winter of '71, I was traveling around looking for old vineyards. I stopped in at this little tiny stone winery, and I pulled in next to a big, beautiful Cadillac. I walked in, and it was just, this is a very simple place. And at the bar is this guy standing there. Next to him is his wife in just, furs and just something else. This man's name was Dick Sherwin, and he said, would you take a look at my vineyard and see if you guys might take these grapes? And so after we drove over here, basically this is what I saw. These great big 19th century vines. I probably didn't take 2 minutes to say, we'll take it. Lytton Springs, from that '72 on, the wines just were so consistently good. It just was one of those vineyards that made itself because of being in the right place, in the right soil, in the right climate.
If it's a well-made wine from a good site, then it will get better with age. And sometimes, like that 74 Lytton or 74 Geyserville, you have a magical year in a magical place. Those vines are almost ageless. It's incredible.
Lytton has several soils, and so that adds complexity. But then you go to old vines and you get these nuances. Back in the 19th century, these guys learned it would be far more complex wine if it was a mixed vineyard as opposed to 100% Zinfandel.
They were trying to sort of blend the wine in the vineyard. So you've got Zinfandel, which brings all the fruit, that ripeness, Petite Syrah, which definitely brings the color, the tannin, the structure to the wine. Carignan ripens at a lower sugar and also has really nice acidity.
You get a more interesting wine than if you ferment them separate and then blend.
I think a big part of our winemaking process is all about selection. This is what we call Lytton Springs East, but we sort of have it divided up into 10 or 12 sub-blocks. We ferment them separately, we taste them blind, and then really select which ones are sort of most typical and really have the most intensity in any given vintage.
So this is one of the originals, planted in 1910. And you can tell it's old because if you look at the base, you can kind of see through it. You can tell a Zinfandel vine's at least 50 years old or older if you can look through and there's cracks and eaten out in the center. The first time I saw these vines in detail was 1990. Dick Sherwin decided to sell it. It was a no-brainer for us to purchase this vineyard, and along with it came this little winery that then John rebuilt.
In 1999, we began construction on the winery. It's a unique construction. The winery is actually made out of 3,000 straw bales that make up all of the walls there. And then on the outside, it's just an adobe application, which is made from dirt that we took from the vineyard and applied by hand over the top. As you can see as well, we've got solar panels, so we generate most of our electricity here on site.
Lytton Springs and Geyserville consistently, year after year, made themselves. Hence, these are our two Zinfandel vineyards that we own, because in the end, you really need to own those parcels if you're going to treat them correctly and have them into the future. The satisfactions doing what all these guys are doing here are so great in terms of the appreciation for what it's meant to so many of our customers. That's just a reward that you can't beat.